Hello, and welcome to Selling Your Expertise Without Manipulation or Hype. Selling your expertise actually for a premium without manipulation or hype. My name is Julius Afolabi. It was Peter Drucker that once said, whatever it is that you can not measure, you cannot improve. And it is very critical and very important in selling your expertise to be able to determine how well your session has gone. And to a large extent, it speaks about your customer's experience or your client's transformation. These are very important and critical tool in assessing how well you have been able to sell your expertise and the confidence that boosts your sales and referrals and testimonials that come from it. So it's very important for you to be able to assess how well your course or your post or your engagement or the sale of your expertise, which is normally during the session. There are different ways in which you can sell your expertise. It could be in in the form of a course. It could be in the form of a one-on-one session. It could be in the form of a group coaching, and it could be in the form of what a challenge. So there are three basic aspects where you have to look at in determining how effective your expert selling is or has been to your defined audience. Your defined audience are actually the pre-selected people that really qualify for what you offer, the solution that you create, or your product. Your product, which could be in the form of service or tangible product, intangible or tangible product. So three aspects to check is: number one, to be able to determine the effectiveness of your expert selling or selling your expertise for a premium that has no manipulation or hype. Number one is to check the feedback, right? The feedback. And then number two is to check the learning and comprehension, which is what I call the new thinking frame. And then lastly is the behavior and the results. The behavior, that's new action and new results, right? So in these three categories, let's look at the feedback. In the feedback, you're trying to assess how the journey has been for those participating or learning from you. You understand? One time in during my work experience, where I had to go to some branches and spend about 14 days trying to implement new transformation initiatives in every branch. We had what we call the pre implementation survey, and then we have the post implementation survey. At the same time, we have what we call the review sessions, right? These are basically to generate what feedback to help us analyze and know how well teaching or learning or coaching has been passed. And that's why you have at the end of a video session or a post or a session or a learning, you try to check if the learning objective has been achieved. That's why you ask, has this particular video been valuable for you? Can you mention? Those are simple questions that you can ask to give you a feedback on how effective your session has been. Has the time shared with you been valuable? Has it been of what to you? What are your takeaways from this? Mention three things that you will apply. Haven't listened to this particular video as well. So that's how I check feedback. And number two is to check learning and comprehension, which I call the new thinking frame. The new thinking frame is actually how those that are undergoing your coaching or make contact with you have evolved, how they have moved from where they used to be to where they are now or where they desire to be. So you are interviewing. This comes by making a little interview, asking probing questions before your session and asking more challenging questions after the session. For instance, you ask participant what is the idea they have about the subject. That will give you a better view. And then after you have disseminated and communicated your value, you also ask more challenging questions. There will be a variance in what they used to know and what they now know. That's the new thinking from. And then last part of it is the action, new actions and new results. How do you assess how effective that has been? What you basically need to do is to create a challenge and a follow-up, right? A challenge and a follow-up. And that's why we have a lot of coaches or experts out there, they create exercises, they encourage and they challenge the people to go and implement what they have learned, and also demand that they submit what their results have been. So that's why it normally takes within the range of 90 days to 36 months, basically, that you are expected to see results of the change in behavior as a result of new information that has come to you and a new routine that is expected of you. So you expect that in 90 days you should be able to generate some results, which could come in the form of what? Maybe new confidence, increase in your income, explosive sales, being able to move closer to your goals. That's why you can have a 30 days challenge about writing a book, and it's expected that after 30 days you should be able to produce your first draft. You understand? So they give you a template to run with, and they expect you to generate results. These results are those things that they publish that give credibility to their program and their resource, and that's what tells you to a large extent how resourceful, reliable, and credible your sessions have been. So like we said, it's important for you to be able to ascertain what your customers' experience and confidence is and your client's transformation is. And 3 things you need to watch include your feedback, the learning and comprehension, and also check the actions and the results. And simple ways to do that: ask simple questions, take interviews pre and post your session. At the same time, you could create a 3 to 5 question survey to be able to harvest what the session has been, and then create a challenge and provide a support. What support would you need for you to be able to implement what we have shared today? I would like to hear from you, and if this has been of any immense help to you, kindly document in the comment box. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you, and God bless you.